I need your help. Please subscribe my channel. I used to believe that trust was the glue holding a marriage together. That as long as it existed, love could endure almost anything. Melissa, my wife, used to say the same. She would smile across the dinner table, reach for my hand and whisper, "We're unbreakable, right?" And for a long time I wanted to believe her. 7 years of marriage had given us comfort, even if life wasn't perfect. Mornings began with shared coffee, long drives filled with our playlists, and silly text messages exchanged during work hours. Then one evening, she came home talking about a new colleague. "He's just a co-worker," she said, laughing lightly. "You'd like him. He's funny." I didn't think much of it. New friendships at work were normal. But slowly things began to shift. The delayed replies, the extra hours at the office, the care she suddenly took with her appearance before leaving each morning. It wasn't just perfume anymore. Her eyes held something I hadn't seen in months. Anticipation. When I asked if anything was wrong, she rolled her eyes. "You're imagining things. He's just a friend from work." I wanted to believe her. God knows I tried. One night, while she showered, her phone lit up on the nightstand. The preview was brief. "Miss you already." My heart skipped a beat. I shouldn't have, but curiosity took over. The messages stretched back weeks. Conversations that didn't belong between colleagues. Inside jokes, late-night confessions, a digital intimacy I hadn't shared in months. One read, "You make me feel seen." Another, "Don't worry, he'll never know." I sat frozen, the sound of running water filling the bathroom. Every memory we'd built together played in my mind, not as moments of love, but as warning signs I had ignored. When she stepped out of the shower smiling, I couldn't look at her the same way. That night I realized the truth I didn't want to admit. Love doesn't die suddenly. It fades quietly between secrets and silences. The next morning I sat across from her at breakfast, pretending everything was fine. She scrolled through her phone, smiling faintly, the same smile I once thought was mine alone. My hands trembled beneath the table. Every soft laugh made me wonder if it belonged to him. I tried to act casual. "Rough night at work?" I asked. She looked up, surprised, and shrugged. "You know how it is. Deadlines, meetings, chaos." Her voice was smooth, but her eyes betrayed her. I had been with her long enough to notice the smallest cracks in her composure. All day I couldn't focus. Her messages echoed in my mind. "Don't worry, he'll never know." I thought about confronting her immediately, but part of me wanted to see how far she would go. That evening I texted, asking when she'd be home. Hours later came a reply. "Still at the office. Don't wait up." I knew the truth. Her office had posted a photo online. The building lights were dark. My heart raced. I drove downtown, unsure of what I was searching for, until I saw her outside a small cafe, laughing with a man I didn't recognize. She looked alive, radiant in a way she hadn't with me for months. He brushed something off her shoulder, and she didn't move away. My chest tightened painfully. I didn't go in. I didn't shout. I just sat in the car, realizing I had already lost her long before that night. When she returned home, I asked casually, "How was work?" She smiled tiredly, kissed my cheek, and said, "Long day. I'm going to shower." I nodded, ignoring the faint scent of cologne that wasn't mine. That night, lying beside her, I listened to her breathing and wondered how love could become a stranger. I wasn't angry yet, just hollow. But emptiness doesn't last forever. It transforms. Days passed. I moved through work, dinner, small talk. But inside something had shifted. I wasn't her husband anymore. Not really. I was an observer, watching the final days of our marriage unfold like a quiet, slow film. She still smiled, still said, "Good night, love you." But each word felt rehearsed, a line from a script she no longer believed in. One evening, she left her phone on the couch while making tea. It buzzed. This time the message was longer. "Can't stop thinking about you. Last night was everything." I didn't need to read further. I didn't confront her. I held the phone and accepted the distance that had grown between us. The woman I had built my world around had quietly built another without me. When she returned, I handed her the phone. "He texted," I said simply. Her face froze. She opened her mouth to explain, to justify, but I didn't care to hear it. "Don't," I said softly. "You don't owe me lies anymore." For the first time she really looked at me, seeing the weight of what she had done. Tears welled, but they no longer moved me. Once her pain could have undone me. Not anymore. I never meant for it to go this far, she whispered. I nodded. Neither did I. But here we are. That night I packed a small bag and left. She followed, begging, crying, promising it was over. But I had already accepted the truth. Once trust is broken, love becomes a ghost. Not a home to return to. Weeks later she texted. I miss you. Can we talk? I didn't reply. Not out of spite, but out of peace. Sometimes silence is the only closure you need. Now when people ask what happened, I simply say, she had a colleague who became more. In that one sentence lies everything. The love, the betrayal, the ending I never wanted but eventually understood. Because love doesn't always end with anger. Sometimes it ends when someone quietly realizes they deserve honesty more than anything else.